This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield and JMI Sports under the broadcast rights granted by the University of Georgia. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Georgia, Learfield, and JMI Sports. Announcers are provided by Learfield and JMI Sports and approved by the University of Georgia.
Along with Eric Zier, Scott Howard back with you inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky. DJ Shockley is on our sidelines, and Shock's reports throughout the game are brought to you by attorney Ken Nugent. And DJ, what was happening in the Georgia locker room?
Yeah, you would think it would have been a screaming fest, but it wasn't. It was actually a calm locker room, and it was a lot of adjustments on both sides. Offensively, they want to move Carson a little bit here in this second half. So look for more things on the perimeter. Got to get them away from that line of scrimmage and try to change the game that way. Defensively, it's all about keeping Brock inside the pocket. They got a good plan for him, and I think it's going to be good. But Curry talked about blow by blow. This is the game that they expected. You thought you was going to come in here, SEC on the road. Kirby said, I've been doing this 30 years. This is how it always is. But we have to show our physicality. We got to start it with this first drive here when they get the football.
Not to throw you a curveball, but I'm going to throw you a curveball. Is there anything updated on the injury situation for Georgia?
No, they're still the same. Ask them about it. Trevor Etienne right now is still out with that shoulder. And they're kind of see what he's going to be at, where he's going to be, how he feels coming back out.
All right, Shock, thanks very much. Georgia fans, Bulldogs football is brought to you in part by Modelo, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Grab a refreshing Modelo Especial, brewed for full-time Bulldogs fans, and drink responsibly. Kentucky will get the ball to start the second half, leading Georgia 6-3. 2 Kentucky field goals, including a 55-yard career long by Alex Rayner, the transfer from Georgia Southern. And Peyton Woodring got his chance to kick one, and he did. He converted on his only try of the night. Neither team getting into the end zone in that first half. Berrien Brown will go back deep for Kentucky. He'll be on the goal line. And Wood has it teed up on the 35-yard line as Peyton gets ready to kick it away from right to left. Here we go to start the second half as Woodring delivers a high end-over-end hanging kick, going to come down at the 1, and Brown wants to return it to the 10, to the 15, sidesteps a man at the 16, but he's hit by the guy right after him. Cole Spear drove him into the turf at the 16-yard line. That's where the Cats will start. Should have called a fair catch there at the 1, shouldn't he?
Boy, he should have, especially with the athletes that the Dogs have on all of these special teams units. But now it's time for the defense to come out and really change the dynamics of this game. Kentucky has come out. They've been more physical than the Dogs from the opening whistle. Let's see if we can go reverse that trend. Both offenses struggled mightily. A little bit better numbers for UK than for the Dogs. Kentucky, 130 total yards, 59 through the air, 71 on the ground. The majority of that coming in the last series of the first half.
Yeah, both quarterbacks in the first half, less than 100 yards throwing. And Kentucky will run it on the first play of the third quarter with Demi Sumo Karngbe. And he bounces out to the right towards the Kentucky sideline and into the sideline. Chased there by C.J. Allen, the linebacker. And he got 5 yards to the 22. That's closer to 6.
Yeah, Sumo Karngbe is just dipping a little bit in the middle. That's holding our linebackers and keeping them from scraping, and then he's got enough speed to go just dip that outside. It's the first time that we've seen that running to his right. He's done that to the left 4 or 5 times this afternoon.
A run out of the shotgun. Play fake Vandegrift. He keeps it and runs with a blocker in front of him. He angles out of bounds into the Kentucky bench area at the 28-yard line. A gain of 6, and that's a first down for the Wildcats.
Another run-pass option there. Just get Vandegrift on the outside. They're leaking the tight end out as well. He's about 4 or 5 yards down the field. And if defenders are behind his tight end, he's just pointing at him and say, block, block, block for me. If the defenders get up and in between it, he'll dump it over to the tight end.
Defensive line for Georgia, Ingram, Dawkins, Stackhouse, and Miller across the front. Linebacker Chambliss has a hand in the turf as well. He's chasing down Sumo Karngbe from the left side, and he will run him down from behind all the way on the other side of the field at the 30, along with C.J. Allen, the linebacker. They chased him down after a 2-yard gain Chambliss really just tore right down the line in hot pursuit of the Kentucky running back and caught him, got hands on him at the 30.
Boy, did he ever. Just hawked him down as the Kentucky running back had some green grass in front of him to go, just couldn't get up to speed, and Chambliss got onto him quick.
Sumo Karngbe now with 61 yards on the ground for the Cats. Out of the shotgun again, Vandegrift to throw. His pass is completed at the numbers at the Kentucky 45 to Macklin. He's hit immediately by Dan Jackson, and they'll bring the ball back to the 44-yard line. A pickup of 14 for Kentucky, and the fans here at Commonwealth like that play a lot. It's a first down for the Wildcats.
Well, just a designed rollout there. Give Vandegrift a clean pocket. Dogs played cover two, just had a little corner route sitting right in between our corner and the safety.
Cats bring a man in motion to the near side and will hand it off. They'll run it up the middle, big hole to the 50, to the 45. We're trying to rip the ball out. Get the guy on the ground at the 42-yard line. That's Wilcox. And he got a couple of more yards after we were trying to pull the ball out. Aguero and Starks on the stop.
We wanted to come out and be the more physical team and take the fight to them. Not happening right now. This Kentucky offense rolling and pushing our big defensive front backwards on skates.
15 yards for Wilcox, a redshirt freshman from Douglasville, Georgia.
Kentucky now knocking on the door, going over 100 yards on the ground.
They're at the Dogs' 41, 1st and 10. Ball just inside the far hash. Cats in gray uniforms tonight, moving to our right. Handed off to Wilcox again. He runs immediately for the corner, turns downfield at the 40, and we don't stop him until he gets to the 35-yard line. So 5 more. 6 actually from the 41 to the 35. And it's 2nd down and 4. Raylan Wilson, the linebacker from Tallahassee, made the stop for the Dogs.
Boy, just another, 6-7 yard gain on 1st down.
Dogs with 5 men up on the line of scrimmage, 2 linebackers. Now we creep another one up there. We've got 6 men, and they still have running room with Wilcox. He broke the tackle from Dalen Everett on the left edge, spun away from that, and moved the ball down to the 30-yard line. Kristen Miller had to make the tackle, but he got 5 more yards. It's another 1st down for the Wildcats at the 30.
Dogs loaded up the box right there, to your point, to no avail.
No, he had 6 on the line of scrimmage, and he still found a gap on the left side. 1st and 10, Kentucky on the Georgia 30. First series of the second half, and the Cats are moving, leading Georgia 6-3. Vandegrift in the shotgun. He stands on the 35. He hands it off straight ahead this time. Sumo Karngbe back in to take the carry. And this time we jam him up after a 2-yard gain right down the hash at the 28. Stopped by Chambliss and Miller. Miller, defensive lineman from Ellenwood, Georgia, redshirt sophomore. In on the tackle there.
The way Kentucky is running the football right now, Scott, just a steady diet of single safety. We're trying to get an extra guy in the box to slow this Kentucky running game down just a little bit.
They got 2 that time. That's an improvement for Georgia. 2nd and 8. McLeod was in the ball game on the defensive line. He just exited prior to this play. Snap it back to Vandegrift. Here comes pressure. Kentucky picks it up. He throws incomplete. Threw it behind his intended target. That was cutting into the middle of the field. Dane Key. The ball sailed wobbly behind him. Incomplete. Lands about the 4-yard line. So it's 3rd down and 8 now. This is time to make a stop for the Georgia defense.
Dogs played man-to-man there. We brought linebacker pressure. That was a run blitz where we had Raylan Wilson and then Jalen Walker on the blitz, both in the A gaps. Again, it was just designed to slow down this rushing attack. Had to play man behind it. Didn't really have a bunch of pressure on it. Just a poor throw there by Brock.
10th play of the drive coming up for Kentucky. They've already taken more than 5 minutes off the clock to start the half. Handoff, Sumo Karngbe breaks 1 tackle, shreds another. Still running, and we get him down at the 22. As we forced him out to the numbers on the left side. He's short of the 1st down, but he broke 2 tackles. Jalen Walker, Dan Jackson finally get him on the turf.
We brought corner fire there as well. I believe that was Dylan Everett that came in from his corner position. He had a shot to make the tackle right either behind the line of scrimmage or at the line of scrimmage. We don't make that there, they miss a couple more.
6 yards on the gain, but it's going to be 4th and 2 from the 22. Kentucky has its field goal unit on to try about a 40-yarder, maybe plus a little foot or so. From the far hash, kicking right into the Kentucky student section. Rayner going to launch it, and it's good. His third field goal of the night. 40-yarder for the Wildcats makes it 9-3. Kentucky leading with 9:03 to go in the third quarter. Timeout here in Lexington. Cats lead Georgia by 6. Our second half is brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Dogs get the ball when we come back on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This is Coach Kirby Smart. The decision-making process between an elite athlete and a school takes time. You can rely on stats and research, but sometimes you just get a gut feeling about the person across from you, their unshakable desire to be elite. It's when game recognizes game.
Take your game to elite levels with the power and performance of the Ford F-150, the official truck of your Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today.
Ford F-150, built Ford tough. Go Dogs.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cracked walls, wet basement? Call ESOG for foundation repair, waterproofing, and engineering. It's Hondo for Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Star 678 ESOG now.
Dogs fans, in Athens, we have two important rules: support local business and cheer on the Georgia Bulldogs. This season, we would like to thank our official hometown team partners for their support of Georgia athletics. Georgia Cotton Farmers, Longhorn Steakhouse in Athens, and CertaPro Painters of Athens. Learn more about how you can support these great local partners by finding the hometown team partners ad in the digital game program on GeorgiaDogs.com. Support our hometown team partners and you'll support the Dogs.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia football. Learn more at corepower.com.
Back with you in the Piedmont Healthcare Radio booth here in Lexington, Kentucky, where the Cats have 3 field goals. Georgia has 1. That's all the scoring. It's 9-3. Kentucky leading the Dogs as we pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Kentucky's scoring drive, 11 plays, 61 yards, almost 6 minutes, 5:52 on the clock, 40-yard kick by Alex Rayner. That's the Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. And call Georgia Metals today and say roof, roof, roof for your Bulldog discount. This will be Aiden LaRosse from South Africa to kick it away. Left to right. Anthony Evans is the deep receiver on the goal line on the far hash for Georgia. This ball will sail in his direction, but sail about 9-10 yards over his head, and he'll tumble through the back line of the end zone for the touchback. Georgia goes to work. 1st and 10 at the 25. And the good news, even though Georgia trails, is if they can get it in the end zone, they would have the lead. If with a touchdown and an extra point, they would. So they're still within striking range here. And a battle of field goals so far, 3 for the Cats and 1 for the Dogs.
Well, it's important here for the Dogs, too, to control this clock for a little bit. Kentucky right now, 25 minutes, 32 seconds of time of possession. We've held it for 10 minutes and 25 seconds. Need to extend a drive. Obviously, we want points, but also important to keep that defense off the field.
This is Nate Frazier in the backfield with Beck. Play fake to him. He rolls right, pump fakes, throws it deep down the field. He had Bell, but he missed him at the Kentucky 35-yard line. They had single man coverage, and Bell had a little bit of separation of 2 or 3 strides from the Kentucky defender, but Beck's pass was off target, incomplete.
Boy, Beck could have picked whoever he wanted. Initially, he wanted Oscar Delp. That got covered up. Good job pulling that and not throwing it. Then he backed up. He had Dylan Bell. Then he had Arian Smith on a post route as well. Had both of those guys running free, just unable to connect.
Beck in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 10 from our 25. Frazier stays in the backfield. Beck with pressure coming on, throws. He's got a man. That's Lovett. Makes the catch at the 46. He's into Kentucky territory. They twist him down at the numbers on the near side at the Cats' 42-yard line. Ty Bryant, the safety, had to get Dominic Lovett, who was off.
Dogs finally open it up a little bit. Kentucky brought pressure again. We didn't have it picked up, but they were man-to-man. Carson just able to get that football out of his hands before the oncoming blitzer got to him.
Big 33-yard gain. We throw it out in the right flat, trying to set up a little swing pass to Frazier, and Frazier got bopped around in the backfield there. The blocking broke down on the right side of the line of scrimmage, and Frazier hit behind the line at the 47 by Davron Rayner, a linebacker, and a transfer from Northern Illinois. We lost 5 yards on the play back to the Cats' 47-yard line.
Yeah, not the way that you want to start, the way this Kentucky defense has been playing. What they have been susceptible to, even going back to last week, are the explosive plays. Would love to see the Dogs continue to push the football down the field vertically if we can find time for Carson.
4 receivers set, 2 to each side, and flags down. Georgia may have moved early.
False start. Offense, number 53. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
That's on Fairchild, our left guard. Trevor Etienne is back in the ball game. Shock had told us in our headsets a little earlier that he was good to go. And after a couple of snaps by Nate Frazier, Trevor's back on the field. He had suffered a shoulder injury earlier in the game, but he's back in the backfield right now and hopefully ready to go. We shall see. The Dogs could use everything in their arsenal at this point. 2nd down and 20 after that 5-yard penalty. The ball is back on our 48-yard line. Out of the shotgun, play fake to Trevor. Beck sets up, looks, throws down the middle, and caught near the 1st down marker on a crossing route by Dylan Bell, tackled at the 32 of the Cats.
Another explosive there for the Dogs with just a dig route. Plenty of time there for Carson to find his receiver. Coverage pretty good there. That was just a laser.
He got 20. That's a Scana Energy 1st down on the 32. Quick throw to Delp on the right side. At the numbers, makes the catch at the 30, and then upended around the Kentucky 28-yard line by J.J. Weaver, the linebacker. He went low and knocked Delp up in the air, but he got about 4 yards. Dogs offense wants to go with some tempo as they are driving now inside the Cats 30 at the Kentucky 28-yard line.
It's the same play we just ran where we missed Dylan Bell downfield on a post. That time, able to get the football out to Oscar Delp on the flat. That was the first read that we couldn't get to on the play before.
Bring a man in motion to the near side, hand it to Etienne, bounces out right. He has a man tackle him around the waist. He's still driving, though. He hit him at the 28 line of scrimmage, but he kept going forward and got 2 yards out of what probably should have been nothing to the 26. But the Cats hang on to make the stop with De'Eric Jackson, the Dublin, Georgia linebacker for Kentucky. Now Cash Jones checks into the game in the backfield for the Georgia offense. It's 3rd down and 4 on the Cats 26. 2 receivers tight to the left, 2 to the right. Dogs on the far hash moving left. Beck brings a man in motion. That's Lovett to the near side. 3 receivers on the left. He goes to the right. He's got one-on-one. Spinning catch is made by Colby Young. He's got some size on the man covering him, Hairston. And he went up in the air 2 hands high and caught it and spun out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
Boy, they're giving it to us all day. We can throw the football down the field vertically. Just a takeoff, back shoulder fade right there. Good job by Colby Young locating the football, getting those big hands around the ball, getting his feet down. Dogs still in business here.
Scana Energy 1st down on the 13-yard gain takes us right into the Massey Ferguson red zone. 1st and 10 at the Cats' 13-yard line. Frazier's in the backfield with Beck. The freshman gets the handoff, runs it straight up the gut, and drives down inside the 10. We had blocking this time between the tackles, and Frazier pushes the ball down to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain. Ribka and Walker on the defensive line make the stop for the Cats.
Good push right there behind center. Wilson, Fairchild, and Morris. Good pick up on first down.
Tate Ratledge out for the game right now with left leg injury, apparently to the ankle and knee. Has not returned. ETN missed a good bulk of the game, but is back in. He played some snaps a few plays ago. Now here's Frazier trying to bounce out left. Too much penetration upfield by the Cats defense, and they drop Nate Frazier for a loss back on the 12 as the freshman tried to scatter out to the left side, to the near side, and was stopped by Ty Bryant, one of their safeties that came upfield to make the play.
Kentucky brought linebacker pressure right in the A-gap there. It's exactly where Nate Frazier was trying to run the football. Instead of just putting his head down and getting what he could get, tried to bounce it outside. Just too much speed in the SEC to do that.
We lost 4 on the play, Z. Back to the 12, so it's 3rd and 9 now from the Cats' 12-yard line. Georgia trails 9-3. Snap to Beck. On the near hash, moves to his left, dumps it over the middle at the 10. It's dropped by Trevor Etienne. Hit him right in the hands. But he had Kentucky defensive players right around him. He probably wasn't going to get very far, even if he had hung on. And he would have been well short of the first down. And Georgia will go for 3 here as the drive comes to an end in the red zone.
Carson flushed himself out of the pocket a little bit too much. Actually, a little half roll to his left as he was sliding into pressure. Just had to zip it sidearm. Even if we catch that, wouldn't have had the first down.
Beck, who had a career-high 389 passing against these guys last year, just 97 yards throwing the football tonight. 30-yard field goal try by Woodring out of the hold of Carson Beck. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Peyton Woodring with his second field goal of the night. Closes the gap. 5 feet in the game. 3 by Kentucky, 2 by Georgia, and with that good one by the Bulldogs, the good hands at Allstate will contribute to the Georgia Bulldogs General Scholarship Fund. Thank you to Allstate. Kentucky 9, Georgia 6 is our new score here in the third quarter with 3:52 remaining. Our second half tonight brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Come see the friendly Franklin folks at one of their convenient Georgia locations. Back after this timeout on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
When choosing a natural gas provider, avoid trick plays like hidden fees and poor service. Stick to your game plan with Walton Gas. For over 2 decades, Walton Gas has offered great rates, straightforward plans, and exceptional service. Join the winning team with Walton Gas, where customers always come first. Ready to secure the victory? Call Walton Gas or visit waltongas.com to see why we're Georgia's most trusted natural gas provider. Go Dogs!
Piedmont is passionate about Georgia, about each and every person that makes our state incredible. That's why we're leading real change in healthcare, dedicating ourselves to providing a quality patient experience through innovation, personalization, and teamwork. What does that mean for you? You get up-to-date treatment, collaborative care, and the best possible outcomes. To see more about our commitment to raising the standards of quality in Georgia, visit piedmont.org/quality care. Piedmont, real change lives here.
With Cash Pop from the Georgia Lottery, you just pick one number from 1 to 15, and if it matches, you win. And now Cash Pop has even more pop, with bigger prizes and more ways to win. There's 5 daily drawings or win instantly in the store.
Oh, Cash Pop has more pop. Oh, yeah, yeah.
And that's supposed to be a pop singer. Oh, boy. Play Cash Pop from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here in Lexington, Kentucky. The Cats lead the Dogs by 3, 9-6. Dogs just added 3 more on a 30-yard field goal by sophomore Peyton Woodring from Lafayette, Louisiana. He's 2 for 2 tonight. The drive for Georgia, 11 plays, 63 yards, stalled inside the red zone there, 5:11 off the clock. And that's your Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. And when you call Georgia Metals today and say roof, 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 you'll be eligible for a Bulldogs discount. 3:52 remaining, third quarter. And the Dogs getting ready to kick it away from right to left to Berrien Brown, the junior receiver from Nashville, Tennessee. We've had only the one kick return tonight by Kentucky. Everything else has been through the end zone for touchbacks. And here's Woodring's offering. And he will drill this one deep into the end zone, and it will land on the white portion on the boundary behind the end zone to our left for the automatic touchback. Cats have the ball on their own 25. And when life gets real, start at Kohl's, where they've lowered prices on thousands of items your family needs for whatever life brings. Kohl's, where families come first.
The Dogs maybe trying to take a little bit of this momentum back in the game. Would love to see a 3-and-out here right now. One of the areas that the Dogs have really struggled in. But Cats have had the ball for over 25 minutes, but on third down just cannot get this Kentucky offense off the field. Kentucky now 7 out of 11 on third down.
Yeah, it's certainly been effective. They operate out of a split backfield. Vandegrift with a play fake, and we got a chance to get him in the backfield. We miss a tackle there. He's still upright, and we'll run to the 26-yard line. We should have had him for a 6-yard loss back at the 19. He broke away from Ty Ingram Dawkins, and then Raylan Wilson made the tackle after only a 1-yard gain at the 26. You say he only got a yard, but we should have had him for a 6-yard loss.
Yeah, still not a bad job by Ingram Dawkins there. Vandegrift is super athletic, very good with the football in his hands when he's running. Ingram Dawkins at least slows him down enough for his help to get there.
2nd and 9, Cats on their 26, moving to our right. They hand it off. Arm tackle attempt fails in the backfield against Wilcox, the redshirt freshman from Douglasville. We missed that tackle, hit him in the backfield too. Raylan Wilson again had to make the stop just across the 30-yard line. So he got about 4 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and 5 from the 30 for Kentucky.
Well, we brought linebacker blitz there, and you're right. Had exactly what we want, just not making the tackle. Too many times, yards after contact right now, keeping the Cats in business. But let's see if we can get them off the field on this 3rd down.
Got a chance right here, 3rd and 5. 3 down linemen for the Bulldogs. And Kentucky goes empty set. Vandegrift takes the snap. Pump fakes, pulls it down, surveys, throws it, and broken up on a diving effort by the Georgia defense at the 45. Jalen Humphrey with a fine play. Fred Farrier was the intended target. Julian Humphrey, not Jalen, excuse me, Julian Humphrey or Julio, depending on what day of the week it is. But Humphrey made a brilliant defensive play for the Dogs to leap in the air and bat it away around the 45-yard line to force 4th down.
Boy, fantastic play there. Dogs dropping 8, so staying back in coverage. Vandegrift had plenty of time to throw it. Was just trying to get to his dig route coming across the field, but Humphrey able to undercut it.
Here's Wilson Berry to punt it for Kentucky. Gets his foot into this one. We call for a fair catch with Anthony Evans. Makes the fair catch. They run into him, bump him a little bit. He spins away from that contact. There's no flag on the play. He makes the fair catch around the 32-yard line. 37-yard punt and no return. And the Dogs have the ball back, trailing by 3, 9-6 with 2:17 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We've got a timeout in Lexington. Our second half is brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
The red zone. That last area of the field the Dogs have to maneuver before they celebrate a touchdown. In financial planning, there's also a red zone. Those last few years of planning before you celebrate retirement. Just like the Dogs have to execute their game plan, you need a game plan for retirement. At the Hoffman Financial Group, we start with a free portfolio x-ray. It's a deep dive into your retirement accounts. What's working? What's not working? Are you headed for a big tax bill? Will you have enough income? What are your options for Social Security? We're here to help you you tackle all the issues you face in retirement. Call the Hoffman Financial Group today for a free portfolio x-ray. 770-758-6288. That's 770-758-6288. Or online at unleashyourmoney.com. The Hoffman Financial Group is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through the Hoffman Financial Group, Inc. Georgia Insurance License 163546.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hondo's 2 reasons for choosing and recommending Breda Pest Management. Number 1, when we had a small bug problem about 7 years ago, Breda was at our house promptly and immediately resolved the issue. Number 2, we've never had another bug problem. That's more than 7 years. Breda protects the Williamson household from termites, roaches, and other creepy crawlies. Let them work for you too. Breda, BREDA, pest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of BMW performance without a single piston or cylinder. A generation of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other. The BMW iX, i7, and i4 revolutionize every drive into a thrilling opportunity to feel the pure rush of BMW 100% electric. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine?
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth, the Bulldogs defense forced Kentucky to got them off the field. They forced a punt for the 3rd time tonight by the Wildcats. And Georgia will have possession starting at its own 32-yard line when time comes back in. 9-6 is our score. Cats leading the Dogs. Georgia football is brought to you by your Atlanta area BMW centers. And now through September 30th, take advantage of exceptional offers on the all-electric BMW i4 and iX. For more details, visit BMWATL.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. 1st and 10 at the 32 for the Dogs, trailing by 3.
Dogs finally open it up a little bit on that last series, getting more vertical in their passing game. That was met with a little bit of success. See if they go back to it.
Monroe Freeling is at left tackle in this series. Micah Morris is in for Tate Ratledge, who's out for the game. He's already in street clothes on the sidelines. He's at right guard. Wilson's the center, and Fairchild the left guard, and Truss is at right guard. Etienne's in the backfield with Beck, who's in the shotgun. We send Lovett in motion to the far side. Beck in the pocket, moving around, rolling to the near side to his left. He's running right out of bounds at the 34-yard line. He got 2. It'll be 2nd down, and they may give him another yard to the 35, and they will. So we got 3 to the 35. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
So busted coverage there by Kentucky, but it was to the side that Carson wasn't looking, so and we're away from his progression, so never would have seen it, but Mike Bobo may come back to that same look.
Beck and Etienne in the Georgia backfield. 2 receivers to the near side left and 1 to the right. From the 35 on 2nd and 7. Quick throw to Lovett. And Dominic makes the catch. He had a blocker in front of him, Bell, who got a piece of his man, but there were more gray-shirted Kentucky defenders there to make the tackle at the 40. And Maxwell Hairston was the guy who made the stop. But he got 5 more. And it's 3rd down and 2 from the Georgia 40 for the Bulldogs.
Still a lot of time left in this football game, but boy, this feels big to convert.
Yeah, 112, 110, 109 now in the 3rd quarter. Clock moving. Etienne offset right for Beck. Handoff Trevor. Etienne hold at the 42. Still on his feet up to the 50 and into Cats territory down at the 48-yard line. Christian Story, the safety, transfer from Alabama, makes the tackle. He had a big hole between Freeling and Fairchild on the left side, and he moved the ball to the Kentucky 48-yard line. He got 12.
Boy, did he ever. Just a read option, and Fairchild and just did a great job. Actually got 2 people
Scana Energy first down for the Dogs on that run by Etienne. Beck wants to throw now. Sets up. Time in the pocket. All kinds of time. Right flat it goes to Etienne. Caught down the line at the 50. Quickly into Cats territory again inside the 40. And hit and knocked to the turf at the 37-yard line of the Wildcats. That's an 11-yard gain. Ribka, defensive lineman, downfield, got him on the turf, but it's a first down for the Dogs, and Georgia's going with tempo.
Well, we wanted to go vertical there. Just good coverage in the defensive secondary.
1st and 10 at the 37. Etienne's got it. They spin him around at the 35. He's angling right and down to the 30 to the 29-yard line before they get the fresh-legged Trevor Etienne on the ground. At the 29, he got 8 more. That's the last play of the quarter, but the Dogs are cooking now as the third quarter comes to an end. Trevor Etienne moving the ball close to the first down marker with an 8-yard run on that move down to the 29-yard line. So 2nd and 2 when we come back. Fourth quarter coming up from Lexington. Our second half is brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Visit 1ffc.com to learn more. At the end of the third, our score is Kentucky 9, Georgia 6. Back after this timeout on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These two Athens institutions have joined forces to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. Whether it's Georgia's favorite craft beer, Tropicalia IPA, the award-winning Classic City Lager, or their new Sip 'em Seltzer, Creature Comforts has you covered on game day and every day. And if you're visiting the Classic City on game day, Creature Comforts beers are available at Sanford Stadium and anywhere good cold beer is served. 2 brands, 1 town, 1 team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. 21 and over. Champions drink responsibly.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. We believe family makes us stronger. Pruitt Health has served families and communities throughout the Southeast for more than 50 years. If you're looking for skilled nursing, home health, or hospice care, count on our caregivers to provide the personalized plan your loved one needs. Learn more, visit PruittHealth.com. Pruitt Health is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Hi, I'm Carson Beck, quarterback for Georgia. There's a lot of chatter about the top teams in college football. I mean, we rushed for over 2,800 yards and sacked our opponents 30 times for a loss of over 200 yards. Just saying. Like there's chatter about the top credit unions in Georgia, there's no doubt in my mind that the top credit union is Associated Credit Union, my credit union of choice. To learn how ACU can help you reach the top, visit acuonline.org. Associated Credit Union, where anyone in Georgia can live, bank, and grow.
Hey, Ben, I'm really excited about going to Sanford Stadium to see the Dogs play this Saturday. Did you pick up the tickets?
Hey, Cab, the tickets were all sold out.
Ben, did you just tell me the biggest Dogs game of the year is sold out to the avocados from Mexico jingle?
Sure did. You know they're always good, taste good, and are good for you.
You know, we could just get a bunch of avocados, make delicious guacamole, and watch the game on the big screen at home. It's good. Dogs, sick 'em.
Avocados from Mexico.
Back with you one more time. Piedmont Healthcare Radio booth in Lexington, starting the fourth quarter. Kentucky leads Georgia 9-6. Let's recap that third period for you. It's presented by Ag South, Ag Georgia, and Southwest Georgia Farm Credit Loans for land and farms. In the third quarter only, both teams scored a field goal. Georgia with a total yardage edge in the third period, 107 yards in that quarter, 67 for the Wildcats. We ran for 26 and passed for 81. The Cats rushed for 53 and threw for only 14. We were 2 out of 3 on third downs as well, so that's improving here in that third period. Cats were 0 for 2 on the third down conversions. They still lead the game by 3, but the Dogs are on the move. Here's we start the final quarter of the game. Georgia second and two from the Cats' 29-yard line. And we'll flip-flop and now be moving to our right. Dogs break the huddle up to the line. Jared Wilson over the football, ready to snap. Beck in the shotgun, Etienne to his left. Bell to the right. Arian Smith to the left. He's in tight. Delp's a tight end. And Lucky's a tight end to the left as well. Second and short for the Dogs on the Cats' 29. Handoff Etienne. He's got running room, but the Cats filled the gap quickly, but I think he may have gotten the first down. They hit him after he ran through that gap and got 2 yards quickly.
Now, it looks like on the spot he's going to be just short, so it's going to be 3rd and a yard.
Yeah, they spot the ball just on the other side, just on the inside of the Kentucky 28, so they only gave him 1 there, and it is 3rd and 1.
Kentucky there had 11 guys inside of about 8 yards. Carson Beck went up and checked the play. They dropped out of it, but still, quick penetration into the Georgia backfield.
Overload the left side. Etienne's got it. He goes right. Etienne quickly, 20, breaks the tackle, 15, tight ropes, sideline into the end zone, but they're going to bring it back. He stepped out at the 11-yard line. Couldn't quite stay in bounds.
Boy, we caught them in the perfect defense. Kentucky tried to bring an outside linebacker blitz. He whiffed. We actually picked him up. Xavier Truss, nice little block on the outside to spring Etienne. Boy, it looked like in real time that he stayed in bounds. We'll have to take a look at the replay here just to confirm that his foot stepped out of bounds. It looks like it did.
He got 17 and a Scana Energy first down. The Dogs in the Massey Ferguson red zone at the Cats 11. Trying to get in that end zone and take the lead for the first time tonight. Beck with a quick throw out to the left. Arian Smith makes the catch. Bell to block. He makes that grab and pushes the ball to the 5-yard line. He got 6.
Good job by Arian Smith of catching that and just getting vertical. Didn't dance at all. Kentucky actually had 3 defenders over there. We only had 1 blocker. Arian didn't even mess around with it. Just caught the football, put his head down, and got what he could get.
Dumas Johnson made the stop. The Georgia transfer. Delp goes out of the ball game. He's shaken up on the play. He kind of limps to the sideline, but it looked like he was favoring one of his shoulders, or one of his shoulders was injured. Dogs second down and 4 on the Cats 5. Give it to Trevor Etienne. He angles left, cuts behind the blocker of Dylan Bell. He got to the 4, maybe the 3, before he's driven back by about 5 gray shirts. Yeah, they'll spot it at the 3. So it's going to be 3rd down there. Kirby Smart is all the way down on the far sideline inside the 5 to see exactly what they need from that angle. They can get a first down at the 1. The Dogs are on the 3, and it's 3rd down.
Carson asking everybody to huddle up right now. Got dogs all over the place, and this place is loud. We're down in the student section, so probably the loudest part of the stadium.
Branson Robinson in the backfield, single setback. Motion man is Smith. He stops and lines up right. Fake it to, no, we give it to Branson. He tears away and scores in the end zone, crossing the goal line with a straight-ahead power run. Dogs score the first touchdown of the game, and we've tied it. No, we've taken the lead. Yeah, we've taken the lead at 12-9, waiting for the point after.
Boy, well-designed football play there. It was just off tackle to Branson Robinson, but we faked a reverse that just held the backside linebacker ever so much.
They got Branson in there. He runs with size and power. Etienne went out. They gave it to Branson. It was a beautiful fake after the handoff to Robinson to Arian Smith running to wide side. But they broke tackles and got in the end zone on the straight-ahead run, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the point after try by Woodring is up and good, and Georgia leads for the first time tonight. It's the Dogs 13 and Kentucky 9. That Georgia touchdown brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. New score in the ball game. Dogs by 4, 13-9. Timeout here in the fourth quarter. Our second half is brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Visit 1ffc.com to learn more. Back to Kentucky after this timeout on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
It's college football season, so you need all the energy you can get. Luckily, Georgia Power knows a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgia.com/myenergy to learn more.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Get $2,000 in loyalty cash bonus on a new 2024 Toyota Tundra. Offer valid through September 30th, 2024. Offer entitles current Tundra customers to $2,000 loyalty cash bonus on the retail purchase or lease of any new 2024 Tundra gas or hybrid vehicle. Cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Joe Fallon's bedroom mini fridge. Sure, this pint-sized chiller's max capacity is 3 soda cans, but what it lacks in stature, it makes up in cooling strength. Each beverage a perfect 37 degrees every time. And the 2 feet Joe walks to get a drink, priceless. That's why his mini fridge is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Back in the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Georgia now in the lead, 13-9. Dogs went 68 yards. They had the prescription for what's been ailing them tonight, a long, time-consuming drive, and they get in the end zone. First team to do that tonight, 68 yards in 10 plays, 4:57 on the clock. Branson Robinson, with only his second carry of the night, cashes in with a 3-yard touchdown run, his second touchdown of the season. And it's Georgia 13-9. And that's your Georgia Metals Drive Summer. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Call Georgia Metals today. Say roof, roof, roof for a Bulldogs discount. Here's Peyton Woodring with a low spinning line drive kick towards the right corner pylon. He just gets it in across the end zone. It bounces in the end zone, and Kentucky lets it go for a touchback, as that one just barely stayed in bounds on the fly. So the Cats will have the ball on their own 25, 1st and 10. Let's go down to the sidelines, check in with Shock. DJ's report's brought to you by attorney Ken Nugent. DJ.
Fellas, it's amazing what a touchdown does, but the entire sideline, you can tell it's like a sigh of relief. Defensive guys talking to offensive guys, vice versa, meeting them out there halfway, and you can tell the momentum was changing and something they really needed. Now this sideline has some energy and feels it.
Well, let's see if the defense can follow up on that, maintaining that energy. Cats 1st and 10 on the 25. They trail for the first time in the game. Out of the pistol. We bring him in motion to the far side. Play fake, Vandegrift. Here comes pressure from Jalen Walker. Gets the pass off, dumps it up ahead to the 25. And out of bounds, hit out of bounds. There's the running back, Sumo Karngbe, up at the 36-yard line. We had pressure with Walker coming on quickly on Vandegrift, but he was able to kind of sidearm that thing and get it to the running back before C.J. Allen made the tackle at the 36, but they got 11 yards.
Well, give Vandegrift credit there. Jalen Walker was breathing down his neck. Composure there by Vandegrift to find his check down and get the football out of his hands.
Vandegrift will hand it off. Sumo Karngbe bounces out to the near side, hit at the 39 by Dalen Everett. He drives and falls forward to the 41, almost the 42-yard line, as Everett got a little bit of help after he made initial contact, but the Cats move it across their 40 to the 42. He got 6 more, and it'll be 2nd and 4 for the home team. That was Chambliss that was in on that tackle along with Everett.
Yeah, good job there by Everett. Nice fit. He just got right in behind or right beside a fellow Bulldog there and able to make good, solid contact. Nice open field tackle.
Macklin comes in motion for the Cats. Play fake to Sumo Karngbe in the backfield. Long throw by Vandegrift. Overthrows his target, one of their tight ends. Chambliss was in coverage around the 30. The ball sailed about 10 yards deep. And, of course, Kentucky was screaming holding and interference and all of that. Kamari Anderson was the intended target, a sophomore from Detroit, 6'5" and 252. Covered by the Bulldogs linebacker Chaz Chambliss, but a long incompleted pass. It'll bring up 3rd down now and 4 for Kentucky from their own 42.
Well, that's a hard task there for Chambliss to be in coverage there, but he was all over the Kentucky tight end.
Quick break of the huddle by the Wildcats and a quick snap. Vandegrift slings it out wide open in the right flat. Caught at the 42. Tackle broken there by Kentucky. It's going to be a 1st down for the Cats. That's Barry and Brown. Again, missing another tackle, but Dan Jackson there to clean it up at the Georgia 45-yard line.
Kentucky may have gotten away with a hold there on Smile Munden. No flag, and a really good open field tackle there by Dan Jackson after we had missed a couple.
13-yard pickup for the Wildcats, moving the ball into Dogs territory at the Georgia 45. 1st and 10 there. Georgia took the lead on the last possession, 13-9. They're up. Cats are moving. Sumo Karngbe runs it straight ahead with some blocking to the Georgia 40-yard line. 5 yards on that carry. Smile Munden on the stop, the Georgia linebacker from Dallas, Georgia. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Cats. The ball is between the hash marks right on the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs. Cats moving to the west end zone here at Commonwealth Stadium, moving to our left. 4-man front for the Dogs. Man in motion to the right. Handoff to Wilcox. Breaks the tackle at the 39. Keeps driving. And we finally stop him just short of the Dogs' 35 at the 35.5. Raylan Wilson, Malachi Starks. Broke another tackle there from Ingram Dawkins, who goes to the sideline. Maybe shake it up on the play.
Boy, yards after contact going to be the story when you go back and watch this film. The number of tackles that Kentucky ball carriers have broken and just picked up extra yards is what's allowed Kentucky to get into these 3rd and short situations, control the clock.
3rd and less than a yard now. Z handoff for Kentucky again. They get away in the backfield. McLeod had hands on him, but couldn't hold him up and get the runner to the turf at the 36. As Sumo Karngbe fights for the 1st down at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, another one. Should have been a 3-yard loss. He's able to break a tackle, get the 1st down, move the chains.
C.J. Allen hit him the 2nd time around, but yards after contact hurting the Dogs' defense here. 1st and 10, Kentucky on the Georgia 32-yard line. Cats shift a man key to the right side. Handoff Vandegrift. He hands it to Wilcox. We hit him behind the line of scrimmage. He keeps his feet moving and falls forward. I think he got back to the line. I'm not sure if he lost an inch or two there. He may have. About a foot. It's going to be 2nd down, 10 plus a foot. C.J. Allen made that tackle, the linebacker from Barnesville, Georgia.
Boy, great penetration, though, by the Dogs on that one. And while Wilcox was able to lean forward to minimize the loss, we're still able to hold on, at least not a broken tackle.
The backs are very slippery. Play fake, Vandegrift. He throws it out to the right. We had pressure on him, and we tipped the ball. Jalen Walker tipped his pass. He tried to sling it out sidearm to the right side to the running back, Wilcox, but Georgia tipped it away in the backfield, incomplete. For 3rd down and 10 plus a foot for Kentucky.
Yeah, maybe a little unfortunate there that we tipped that one. We had read that one all the way, and I'm not sure who it was on the outside. It was Dylan Everett. Had a pretty good beat on that.
Think it would have been intercepted possibly?
Maybe just a loss of yardage. I'm not sure if he would have gotten the pick.
From the 32.5, Kentucky on 3rd down. They're on the Georgia 32.5, trailing by 4 now here in the 4th quarter. Snap it back to Vandegrift. He rifles one to a receiver at the 25. It's off his hands, incomplete. Jamori Macklin, the transfer from Missouri, couldn't come up with it. It lands incomplete. It'll be 4th down. C.J. Allen with a pop at the end of the play for the Georgia defense on Macklin. Just for good measure. Thankfully, no flags came out on that one. 8:07 to play in the ball game. Cats are going to go for another long field goal here. They already have a 55-yarder in the game. This one will be from 51 yards on the far hash, kicking left. Alex Rayner from Kennesaw, Georgia. Transfer from Georgia Southern. Try for his 4th field goal of the night. There's the snap and the hold. The kick is in the air towards the uprights, and good. 4 for 4. Rayner's all the offense tonight for the Wildcats. It's 13-12 with a timeout here. 8 minutes and 1 second to go. 2 50-pluses tonight for the Kentucky kicker. Pretty impressive. It's the Dogs 13, the Cats 12. Timeout. Our second half is brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Come see the friendly Franklin folks at one of our convenient Georgia locations. Back after this timeout on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Let's go.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for Athens. The Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big go Dogs, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Bulldogs pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm here with legendary Georgia Bulldog quarterback and radio host Buck Ballou.
Ken and I are teaming up to give back to the brave men and women of our military. Ken's going to donate $500 to one member of the military every Bulldog football game this season.
If you're a member of the military in Atlanta, go to attorneykennugent.com to enter.
And somebody's going to win $500 every game.
One click.
That's it.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Attention Georgia Bulldogs football fans. Napa is here to help you hit the road this season. As a proud partner of University of Georgia football, Napa helps you tackle tough projects. With a network of nearly 6,000 auto parts stores and over 17,000 auto care centers nationwide. So whenever your mean machine is coming down the track, know that the Napa network has your back.
Hey, Ben, I'm really excited about going to Sanford Stadium to see the Dogs play this Saturday. Did you pick up the tickets?
Hey, Cab, the tickets were all sold out.
Ben, did you just tell me the biggest Dogs game of the year is sold out to the avocados from Mexico jingle?
Sure did. You know they're always good, taste good, and are good for you.
You know, we could just get a bunch of avocados, make delicious guacamole, and watch the game on the big screen at home. It's good. Dogs, sick 'em.
Avocados from Mexico.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Commonwealth Stadium. Kentucky adds 3 to close the gap a little bit. It's 13-12. Dogs in front. Kentucky's drive covered 43 yards in 11 plays in 4 minutes and 19 seconds. A 51-yard Rayner field goal, his 4th tonight. He's 7 for 7 on the year to make it 13-12. That's the Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Call Georgia Metals today. Say roof, roof, roof for a Bulldogs discount. Let's check some scores quickly. Scoreboard update brought to you by Modelo. Georgia State 36, Vanderbilt 32. That's the final. 71-0. Tennessee throttling Kent State. They're in the 4th in Knoxville. Ole Miss 40-6. They whip Wake Forest. That's the final from Winston-Salem. Toledo is beating Mississippi State in Starkville 38-17. They're in the 4th. Texas was a winner 56-7 over UTSA. Baseball, the Braves beat the Dodgers, second game in a row, 10-1 the final. Here it's 13-12 as the Cats kick it off. And Evans will try to return it from the goal line. He's got blockers at the 20, at the 30. Flag down, another flag down up to the 36-yard line on the near side at the numbers before he's stopped by the Wildcats kick return team, but 2 flags on the play. And let's check those. That one came down returnable for the first time really in the game right at the goal line, and Evans didn't hesitate. He just took off. Officials will discuss what they saw. There's 2 flags down, one at the 36 near the end of the play, and one thrown right after that at the 38-yard line. Initial signal is holding on the Georgia kick return team. And the referee, Kyle Olson, is checking with the Kentucky sideline which penalty they want to accept. Apparently 2 fouls, maybe 2 different fouls on Georgia. We'll get the call.
During a kick, holding, receiving team. That 10-yard penalty been enforced from the previous spot. We will re-kick.
I guess 2 guys saw the same flag. He said they're going to re-kick it.
Yeah, so 10 yards from the spot. So move it up to the 45-yard line, kick from there, and probably just kick it out of the end zone. And we'll start on the 25.
You know, I never knew that was an option. I'm learning something new here. I thought you just get flagged from the end of the run there, or where if it was a spot foul where the holding was. But they're going to let Kentucky kick it again.
You know, with all the safety rules, especially around this play, you would think they would eliminate that and then just back them up 10 yards from wherever it was.
So Kentucky will kick it off now from the 45. And unless they've got a different plan, he's almost sure to send this one through the end zone for a touchback, but we'll see.
Yeah, I got to watch here just with the improved field position. Onside kick, always a potential option right now.
That's what Georgia's preparing for, it looks like. Now they spread out a little bit as Kentucky does the same thing along the 40-yard line with their kick team. Georgia 6 across between the 40 and the 45 on their side of the 50. And the deep man is Evans again. He's on the 1. And here's LaRosse. He just booms it deep. Straight, and he may have kicked that one through the uprights. I'm not sure.
I believe he did.
He either went through the uprights or went right of the right upright. It's hard to tell from this angle, but he just sends it almost into the seats down on the left end of the stadium here. So an easy touchback for Kentucky after the 10-yard penalty. Governor's Office of Highway Safety says the penalty for getting a DUI can cost up to $10,000. That's why the Governor's Office of Highway Safety says drive sober so you won't get pulled over. Georgia on its 25-yard line to start this possession with 7:53 remaining in the fourth. It's 13-12. Dogs in front. Didn't take the lead until the fourth quarter. Beck in the shotgun, ETN in the backfield. Snap it back to Beck. We pick up pressure. He avoids it. Now he's going to pull it down and run. 25-30 near sideline and chased out of bounds at the 33-yard line. He got 8 on the scramble. Kentucky had somebody bearing down like a missile on Carson Beck. That was J.J. Weaver, the linebacker, and we had a lineman pick him up nicely, and Beck stepped up deep in the pocket, Z, and avoided that pressure and that hit.
Great footwork there by Carson Beck to avoid that pressure. Then a great block downfield by Trevor Etienne.
2nd down and 2. 8-yard run by Beck. Etienne to the left of Beck in the shotgun. Beck fumbles the ball. It's rolling to the left, and Etienne's going to cover it up. He cradles around that football back at the 28-yard line. We lost 5.
Boy, good snap there. Carson just dropped it as he was going to. He had to flip the football to get it into his hands the right way for either the handoff or the play fake. And as he was fiddling with the football, just put it on the turf.
Alertly, Etienne recovered that ball and then just cradled his body around it. 3rd down and 7. Back on our 28 now. Dogs with a 1-point lead. Snap it back to Beck. In the pocket, flushed out. Breaks away from one tackle, throws it downfield. Incomplete. Delp was the closest man to the football at the 40. The ball sailed well behind him and landed around the 42 or the 43 towards the middle of the field. But an incomplete pass as Beck was scrambling for his life to avoid pressure. And Georgia will be facing 4th and 7 now with 6:34 to go.
Boy, you're right. Carson just running for his life there. Absolutely nowhere to go with the football. And our 3rd down woes, they continue with that one. Got a little bit better after the last series. Dogs just 5 out of 12 now on 3rd down.
Thorson to punt it. Kind of off the side of his foot. He still got leg into it. Bounces on the 32. Rolling out of bounds inside the 20. So the end result was still good for Brett Thorson, but the ball looked like it hit off the side of his right foot a little bit and didn't have the hang time on it, but he's kicked Kentucky down inside their 20-yard line at the 16. Yeah, 55 yards with the low kick and the bounce and the roll. So not too bad by the Australian punter for the Dogs. Timeout with 6:25 to play in the game. Georgia 13, Kentucky 12. Cats have the ball when we come back. Our second half tonight brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Back to Lexington after this timeout on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, Bulldog fans, cue the shine and savings. The new Zips Car Wash app is available for download. Keeping your ride sparkling clean has never been more rewarding. Get the free Zips app and earn points for every in-app purchase, including memberships. Then turn those points into free Car Wash Rewards. Download the app today and your first wash is free. Visit Apple App Store or Google Play Store and search Zips Car Wash now. Zips Car Wash, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
It's college football season, so you need all the energy you can get. Luckily, Georgia Power knows a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. Our Georgia Bulldogs have shown us what happens when a great team pulls together. At Pruitt Health, our team helps you recover from surgery or a major health event. Nurses, therapists, a whole team dedicated to giving people the personalized care they need. Come join the Pruitt Health team. Email hireme@pruitthealth.com. That's hireme@pruitthealth.com. Pruitt Health is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Commonwealth Stadium. Brett Thorson just had to punt for the 5th time tonight. He's averaging over 51 yards a kick this evening. He's been a big reason why Georgia is in this ball game and leading 13-12. He's kicked Kentucky in a bit of a hole at their own 16-yard line now, and they work from the near hash, moving left, trailing by a point, 6:25. And don't forget about that weapon they have on the sidelines right now, and Alex Rayner, who's 4 for 4 kicking field goals tonight. Kentucky will run it. And again, they break a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Chaz Chambliss couldn't close the deal, and Sumo Kongbe runs it right up the hash for a handful of yards to the 20 before C.J. Allen and K.J. Bolden make the stop. He got 4 yards.
Boy, another broken tackle again. We sound like a broken record, but we've had hands around these Kentucky runners all game long, just not able to bring them down.
Out of the pistol now on 2nd and 6. Play fake. Vandegrift sets in the pocket, throws. Here comes pressure. He's hit as he throws, and that ball is a little bit short, and it comes up incomplete. It made it down almost to the target. He was trying to get to Dane Kesey around the 42-yard line, but the ball lands about a yard or two in front of him, incomplete.
Yeah, credit the pressure there that impacted that throw, but then Kentucky got away with an offensive pass interference as Malachi Starks was looking to go make a play on that football, and I believe it was Key, right, that just yanked on him.
C.J. Allen was the guy shooting up the gap for the Georgia defense. He may have gotten a hand on the arm, it looked like, anyway, on Vandegrift, but the ball still came out pretty strong, even if he got it hit. It is 3rd down. Vandegrift rolling to the right, looking, chased by Walker, puts it in the air, coming back, incomplete at the 35. The receiver came back, tried to make a rolling catch on the turf. There's a flag down at the 38-yard line. Sumo Kongbe was the intended target. Let's check that flag at the 38. Dropped in the Georgia secondary. And Vandegrift was running for his life that time as number 11 was bearing down on him on the far side of the field.
Holding. Defense. Number 24. 10-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Well, they got that one. They missed the one before that was offensive pass interference.
Those have been killers tonight. We've had a few of those on 3rd down. It seems like every time it happens, Kentucky gets a first down via the penalty.
Now our 7th penalty on the night for 70 total yards. Kentucky's only been flagged 3 times.
So the Cats have it at the 30 now. 1st and 10. Brand new set of downs with 5:35 to go. And Georgia leading by a slim 1 point, 13-12. Only one touchdown tonight. Georgia scored it, and that was Branson Robinson on a 3-yard run in this quarter. Again, Vandegrift on the run. Walker chasing, but Vandegrift's got the speed edge. Barrels his way to the far sideline and knocked out of bounds at the Kentucky 40. He got 10 on a long, wide, arcing run to the far side of the field before he was hit by C.J. Allen, the linebacker, and knocked into the Georgia bench area.
Dogs brought pressure and again got away with a hold, this time on Chaz Chambliss on the edge. That helped Brock Vandegrift get to the edge and outside to contain.
1st and 10 Wildcats out of the pistol. Sumo Kongbe in the backfield, gets the handoff, gets a block, cuts behind it, runs straight ahead, spins off another tackle at the 6. Dalen Everett couldn't make the stop. He spins into Chambliss. Chaz Chambliss made the tackle, but not before Sumo Kongbe gets 8 yards to the 48.
Kentucky now north of 31 minutes they hold going into this drive, held about a 9-10 minute edge on time of possession. You have to wonder, is that just going to wear down this Georgia defense?
Kentucky's rushed for 165 yards tonight. The Dogs have only managed 83 yards on the ground. A good bulk of that is after contact for Kentucky. Here's another run straight up the gut, this time to the 50. It's going to be close to a first down on a 2-yard gain. Getting up off the bottom of the... It is Joseph Jonah Ajanye. Nazir Stackhouse in on the tackle as well. They put the ball just across the Kentucky logo, middle of the field, into Georgia territory very slightly, but he got the first down. He got 2 yards plus some change, and it's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Dogs need to hold here, keep them out of field goal range. The clock's starting to come into play as well.
Yeah, less than 4 minutes to go. Cats will keep it on the ground. They'll run it again. This time, Jamarian Wilcox, the Georgia product, redshirt freshman from Douglasville. He ended up trying to backpedal his way for yards to the 48-yard line of Georgia. He got a couple. 2nd down and 8. Xavier McLeod, the Carolina transfer. Malachi Starks on the stop. Clock continues to move. Less than 3.5 to go. Georgia with a 1-point lead, 13-12. Kentucky on the Dogs 47. Near hash moving left. They bring a motion man to the near side. Play fake Vandegrift. Sets up and throws. Pass batted back where it came from and incomplete. I think that was big Stack. Nazir Stackhouse. Smile Munden in there as well to deflect that pass back towards the Kentucky quarterback. And the Cats, that'll stop the clock at 3:06, and it's 3rd down now for Kentucky.
Where Stackhouse was in there, Smile Munden, Chaz Chambliss, just a pure bull rush there by Stackhouse.
Play clock at 10, Cats up to the line. Vandegrift with Bunn back to his left. 3 receivers tight to the right. Snap to Vandegrift. Pressure from the edge. He's hit as he throws. The ball's batted up in the air and incomplete again. It hung up in the air for a while. Georgia's chasing it as if it's a fumble. Have they blown the whistle? They have. It is an incomplete pass. It's not a fumble, but Georgia's Gabe Harris picked it up and ran to the end zone anyway.
Great speed rush there by Jalen Walker. Just dipped his shoulder, got around the tackle for Kentucky to deliver the blow on Vandegrift. Vandegrift lucky to get that one off, and lucky it wasn't picked off.
4th and 7 now for Kentucky. Line of scrimmage, the Georgia 47, 2:59 to go. And the Cats are going to send on the punt unit. Down a point, 13-12 with 3:03 remaining. This is Wilson Berry, a junior from Australia, to punt it. Crowd is booing. Berry stands at his own 39 to receive the snap. They moved early. Flags are down. Here's the kick. High hanging end over end kick. Play will be blown dead. Kentucky moved early. And it should back them up 5 yards.
Prior to the snap, false start, kicking team, number 44. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down. Please reset the game clock to 3:03.
Georgia had a different set on that punt return unit. I think they were halfway expecting Kentucky to try to run something tricky and go for it. And now with them backing up 5 more yards to their own 48-yard line, They send on their regular punt cover or punt return unit. Anthony Evans stands at the 9, and Barry will kick it away again for Kentucky. Not real deep, high, spinning kick, fair catch called for by the Dogs at the 14.5-yard line with 2:58 to go. Kentucky has all of its timeouts remaining. The Dogs have all of their timeouts remaining. 37 yards on that pooch punt by the Cats. And can the Dogs finish off the clock here, churn out a few first downs, and win this ball game and get out of here with a 1-point win? Or what the heck? Just score some more. Piedmont Healthcare offers you exceptional hassle-free care closer to home. Piedmont, the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics.
The Dogs have lost the battle up front all day long, only 83 yards on the ground. See if we can find some way to go ice this football game.
They spotted the ball on the 15. Frazier's in the backfield. The freshman will get the carry. They grab him around the legs right at the line of scrimmage, running straight ahead. He spins away, trying to get away, but they had his ankles and his legs. Two guys had him wrapped up at the 15 for no gain. They say he got to the 16 somehow, and I'm not sure I saw that, but they give him a yard. We'll take it. And there's a timeout. With 2:49, they readjust the clock, or they adjust it to 2:53. Kentucky called for time after a 1-yard gain for Georgia. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from our 16-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Kentucky uses the first of their 3 timeouts, so 2 remaining for Mark Stoops and company, as they hope to hold Georgia to a 3-and-out and get the ball back here with 2:53 remaining in the game, and Georgia leading by a measly point, 13-12. All field goals for Kentucky tonight. They're 4 for 4 in field goals. Georgia with the only touchdown, a Branson Robinson 3-yard plunge here in the fourth quarter, which seems like eons ago. Dogs on 2nd and 9 from our own 16. Beck has gone under center. ETN's the lone setback. Play fake to Travis. Beck sets up, throws. He's got a man open, and the pass is caught at the 35 to the far sideline and out of bounds. Dominic Lovett at midfield, maybe a little bit beyond. Nope, a little bit in front of it, actually. They say he stepped out at the 49 of Georgia.
Boy, a huge play right there. Little half rollout by Carson Beck to his left. Had Dominic Lovett just on an over route. Coverage was closing in on Lovett, but not able to get there. And Lovett, good concentration to catch that football. Would have loved if he would have stayed in bounds. But
well, the clock is running after that 33-yarder. 49-yard line is where Georgia is. Their own 49, 1st and 10. Beck in the shotgun. Now we'll run it with ETN. He runs at left tackle, tries to bounce out, saw nothing there. There's nothing on the edge either at the 50. Delp was trying to throw a block for him, but ETN tackled right on the midfield stripe for a 1-yard gain by Deion Walker and J.J. Weaver, 2 of their better defensive players. And we've reached the 2-minute timeout here in the ball game in the fourth quarter. So a free timeout for both sides. 2 minutes to go. 2nd down and 8 coming up after the timeout. Georgia 13, Kentucky 12. Nail biter down to the finish here in the last 2 minutes. That's coming up after the break. Our second half tonight brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Don't go anywhere. Come on back for the finish on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm here with legendary Georgia Bulldog quarterback and radio host Buck Ballou.
Ken and I are teaming up to give back to the brave men and women of our military. Ken's going to donate $500 to one member of the military every Bulldog football game this season.
If you're a member of the military in Atlanta, go to attorneykennugent.com to enter.
And somebody's going to win $500 every game.
One click.
That's it.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Northside Hospital. You can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
If you're a contractor, who do you want on your crew? Someone with a good attitude, who's willing to work, who's well-trained, and who has the skills to solve problems on the fly. Someone who can be on time and on budget. That's us. I'm Kenny Mullins, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. We're a group of almost 6,000 electricians ready to go to work for you today. Visit IBEW613.org or call me personally, 404-523-8100.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Get $2,000 in loyalty cash bonus on a new 2024 Toyota Tundra. Offer valid through September 30th, 2024. Offer entitles current Tundra customers to $2,000 loyalty cash bonus on the retail purchase or lease of any new 2024 Tundra gas or hybrid vehicle. Cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details.
2 minutes to go. Georgia with the football and leading 13-12. Second down play coming up. Our fourth quarter recap presented by Ag South, Ag Georgia, and Southwest Georgia Farm Credit Loans for land and farms. To this point, the Dogs have outscored Kentucky here in the quarter 7-3. Total yardage, Kentucky with 70 fourth quarter yards, Georgia with 68. They've rushed for 46. The Dogs 29 through the air. The Dogs have the fourth quarter edge a little bit, 39 yards to 24. So neither team really with any eye-popping offensive numbers. Third downs, Georgia 2 out of 3 in the quarter. Kentucky 2 out of 4. The Dogs are trying to expire the clock, and they've got 2 minutes to do it. Kentucky has 2 timeouts remaining. Georgia has all of its timeouts. And the Dogs are just across the midfield stripe, barely in Kentucky territory at the 49.5. We break the huddle, up to the line. Second down, and a long 8 to go. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ball's on the far hash. We're moving to the right. And Beck's in the shotgun with Etienne in the backfield. Play fake to Trevor. Dump it on a short pass to Delp. Delp's off and running from the 50 to the 45. He fumbled the football, but we fell on it. Arian Smith, they say, was down on the ground anyway, but the ball came out, and Smith got on it quickly. So Georgia has the ball. Tackled at the 40, where are they going to spot him back? At the 42-yard line. He got 7 yards on that short little dump to the right to the tight end Delp. And Kentucky with another timeout. That's their second. They've got 1 remaining, and Georgia will be facing a 3rd down and 1 when play resumes with 1:40 to go in the game.
Play action there from Georgia. Just snuck Oscar Delp out on a quick little flat, and Carson Beck got that ball out of his hands very, very quickly as we outflanked the Kentucky defense as they were looking nothing but run there between the tackles. Good job by Oscar to get up the field and get into a 3rd and short situation.
Dogs get a first down here. That'll be detrimental to Kentucky. They're reviewing that last play. I guess the end of it to see if it was a fumble. Is that what they're reviewing? They are taking a look at the play regardless. The play's under review. It's brought to you by Pruitt Health, where family makes us stronger, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
So that was a fumble, and that may actually help the Dogs because we recovered it.
Delp was knocked into a somersault at the end of the play, and the ball did come out. And we'll get a better look at this replay as we watch it here in the Piedmont Healthcare booth. It did come out, and it tumbled off his body, and alertly, number 11, Arian Smith, was right there and dove right on the football, right at the first down marker, so he may have it.
We may get the first down because of the fumble.
So that's what they're reviewing, spot of the ball, all of that. It may be a first down for Georgia. We shall see. Here's Kyle Olson, the referee, with the call.
After video review, the football was fumbled, but it was recovered by the offense for a first down. First down, Georgia.
That's the news we wanted to hear.
Kentucky will retain their timeout that they called.
Oh, rats, but they get to keep the timeout.
It's okay. I think I'd rather have the first down than the timeout.
They still have 2 left with 100 seconds to play. 13-12, Dogs by a scant 1 point. But it's very large if it holds up because it's the margin of victory. The Dogs with the ball on the Kentucky 41 and a 1st and 10 coming up. Dogs head back to the line of scrimmage, break off the sideline. We've lost Tate Ratledge for the game tonight. Micah Morris has been in for much of the game after his injury. We've also seen a pretty good bit of Monroe Freeling in the ball game. We lost Etienne for a good portion of the game, and then he returned in the second half after an apparent shoulder injury. We were down a host of defensive linemen when the game started. So we've been facing some adversity tonight here in Lexington. 13-12, however, Georgia leads. 1st and 10 on the Cats 41. Handoff Etienne. He runs straight into the line of scrimmage. And inside the 40 to the 38-yard line, the pile formed right there. And Etienne to a dead stop at the 38. Kentucky will use that second timeout now with 1:15 remaining on the game clock.
A good solid push there by the middle of that Georgia offensive line, and get another play. Kentucky now with 1 timeout left, so they can kill it one more time.
Etienne got 2 on that one. He's rushed for 70 yards tonight on 17 carries. They added a second to the play clock. They put it at 1:16. So the Cats can stop the clock one more time. And Georgia just needs to grind out another first down. And if they are able to do that, Kentucky will have to surrender.
But what a battle it's been. And it's not over.
No, not yet. Not yet. No one is comfortable in the stadium on either side. Georgia has the ball. It's spotted between the hash marks just beyond the Kentucky 38. We break the huddle. Arian Smith out wide to the left. Everybody else in tight. One back in the backfield is Etienne. Beck's gone under center. We toss it for a sweep to Trevor. Wide side left at the 40. Side to the 35. To the 30. Flag down behind the play. Tackled at the 27-yard line. Trevor Etienne down to the 27. But let's check the flag. Dropped behind the play at the Kentucky 34. Now they pick it up and move it back a little bit. And 3 of the officials will convene and discuss.
During the run, illegal block in the back, offense, number 11. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. The game clock will start on the snap.
And the game clock is at 69 seconds, 1:09 remaining. Penalty on the Dogs is our 8th of the night.
Well, we'll see here if Kentucky
back to the 46 of Kentucky, Z, we go, and we'll have to snap it from there on 2nd down and long.
Yeah, that is so Dogs almost iced the game right there. It's the 8th penalty on Georgia now. Kentucky still has their timeout as well. Didn't have to burn it there with the penalty.
2nd and 15, Georgia on the Kentucky 46. Branson Robinson in the game. Play fake. Beck's going to keep it. Swings around left side. He breaks a tackle at the 46 and got to the 40 before he's finally tripped up. Just inside of it, barely. He got 6 yards on the run, and Kentucky will use their last timeout right here with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining. Well, they'll put 2 more seconds back on the game clock, 1:04. And the Cats are out of timeouts now. Georgia's staring at a 3rd down and 9. The point of the football on one end is touching the 40, and the other one is almost to about the 39 and a half.
Boy, and Carson is walking around in this timeout a little bit shaken up.
He's on the back edge of the huddle. A lot of the offense is down on one knee around head coach Kirby Smart. And Beck was standing up the whole time. And now some last-minute instructions for Carson Beck.
Yeah, when he fell really hard on his left shoulder, so not his throwing shoulder, but walking around visibly in some pain.
Well, if they convert right here, Georgia will win the game. 1:04 to go. Kentucky can't stop the clock anymore. Ball just inside the Cats' 40. It's 3rd down and 9. Receivers to the right, no one to the left. Etienne in the backfield with Beck, who's in the shotgun. Early snap count for Beck. Now they let the play clock tick down. He's talking to his offensive line. Now moving around, they flip-flop Etienne. He's back in the shotgun. Play clock at 6. At 5. Give Beck the ball. Handoff Etienne. Runs straight ahead. Breaks a tackle at the 40 to the 35. And the clock is moving. He's still 4 yards short of the first down, but the clock will run, and it will run, and it will run. 52 seconds, 51 seconds. Cats can't stop it. It's 4th and 4. He got 5 on the carry straight ahead.
Dogs can burn another 25 seconds off of this clock.
They're already up to the line with 38 seconds to go on 4th and 4. Maybe trying to get the Cats to jump. They don't budge as Beck claps his hands twice. Now Carson up talking to the offensive line and looking to the sidelines. They'll let that clock run down and then call a timeout. And they'll stop the clock using the timeout as the play clock goes to 0, or the game clock rather, is at 18. The play clock went to 0. We got the timeout in before any kind of a penalty would occur. So the Dogs use a timeout here. 18 seconds to play. And the ball's on the Kentucky 35. Georgia with a 4th down and 4. All right, Z, you play head coach. What are we doing here? With the ball on the 35, the Cats trail by 1. They have no timeouts and 18 seconds left to go.
Yeah, I am likely going to just punt this football, a little pooch punt, try to get them down as close as they possibly can. Can obviously try for a field goal right now, but you miss that field goal, you give them better field position.
Any thoughts of going for it on 4th and 4?
You could go for it as well. The way that the defense has played, we haven't given up any kind of touchdown. In the way Kentucky's moving the football, I would try to move them back as far as I can and play the field position game.
Well, right now they still have the offense out there. We have 2 timeouts remaining. They could run the old, fake snap count, all of that, try to get your guys, the defense to move because it's 4th and 4. If they jumped offside, it would be a first down for Georgia, and the Dogs would be able to win the game. But the offense is back out there on 4th and 4. Carson Beck will drop back in the shotgun. Etienne to his left. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Delp's in the slot. Now he goes in motion left. Wilson to snap it or not. Carson claps his hands. Wilson doesn't snap it. Now he talks to the offensive line. Jared Wilson turns his body and looks over his left shoulder, the center. Now they want to snap it again. Up, play clock ticks down to 0. And the flag is dropped by the back judge.
Play game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
And I think they will kick it now. They'll get Thorson on to try to pooch him in a hole. Yep, here comes number 92 onto the field. And they give him an extra 5 yards to work with. So the penalty puts the Dogs back on the Kentucky 40. This is really going to go down to the last second.
It absolutely is. And Thorson can hang this as high as he possibly can. For a little bit more time off that clock.
Cats are going to come after this one, you think? We drop Macklin, or they do. They drop Macklin back on the 10-yard line. And the Cats with a defender on each gunner, and then everybody else is stacked across the line of scrimmage. Thorson to punt it. There's the snap. He gets it off. High, hanging, spinning kick. Going to come down and hit on the 3. Did we save it? I think we may have saved it from going in the end zone. It bounced, and then we had a couple of guys across the line that hit it, but now they say it's a touchback. It never landed in the end zone, but I think we hit it while we were in the end zone and knocked it back out to about the 3 where Kentucky fielded the football. But they're going to say,
the end zone by rule, the ball we placed at the 20.
There you go. So it'll be a touchback, and the Cats will have the ball with 9 seconds on their own 20-yard line. And they need a miracle as they trail Georgia by 1, 13-12.
No timeouts. Kentucky cannot stop the clock. If they do get a first down, the clock will stop momentarily.
Miracles have happened in this stadium before. We don't want to see one tonight.
We do not.
Unless it's in our favor somehow. 9 seconds. Oh, they added a second, didn't they? 10. They keep adding seconds to the game clock. So 10 seconds. Now the new time remaining from the 20. The ball's just on the other side of the near hash. Cats moving left. And Vandegrift is in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
9 seconds.
Now they're going to adjust it again. They reduce it by a second.
Finally, something in our favor coming from the stripes.
So you can't sneak another second on there. 13-12, Georgia leads Kentucky by 1 measly point. Can the Dogs hang on for 1, maybe 2 more plays? We shall see. 9 seconds to go. Snap. Back to Vandegrift. He's in the pocket. Chased out. Rolls to the right. Time melting away. He slings it up in the air. It's caught at the 30 as we tackle him in the backfield. And did he get the first down? Up. That's going to be it. The clock runs out. He got about 10. Tackled where? No, they're saying to Georgia, go back on the sidelines.
Yeah, he got the first down. The clock should have stopped.
Stops on the first down, under 2 minutes. There's another clock addition, 2 seconds, 1 more play.
Yeah, that's the right call, though. He got the first down. The runner was down with 2 seconds.
Looks like they got 11 yards, 11 and a half to the 31 and a half. And 1 more play. Georgia backs 2 men up real deep. Bolden and Jackson are back at our 37-yard line, and now the officials blow the whistles and hold up the production here for a moment.
The previous play is under video review to check the game clock.
Another play under review brought to you by Pruitt Health, where family makes us stronger. Proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. They've been busy tonight. 2 seconds remaining on the game clock right now. We'll see if they adjust that.
Well, it's actually a break for Kentucky here. They get to huddle up, figure out their last play on what they want to do, assuming that the clock did not run out, which I don't think it did.
Do they have the play in the playbook where you lateral it like a dozen times?
They do.
Or is that just made up on the fly?
They've got
backyard
that in
football.
there. The play is designed for a couple of laterals, and then it's just backyard football.
Video review, there were 3 seconds left on the game clock.
Look at that.
The game clock will start on the ready.
Man, we played another whole quarter with the amount of time they've added on to about every play tonight, it seems like. All right, 31.5-yard line is where the ball is. And Kentucky, with no timeouts remaining, has 3 seconds to go. And then we might get out of here after this play. We shall see. All right, they're holding up the snap for substitutions to let everybody sub in. And Vandegrift just takes it and clocks it on first down.
And no time ran off the clock.
He just spiked the football on the snap.
Please reset the game clock to 2 seconds. It did not run on that play.
So it goes from 3 to 2. And now Kentucky will line up 3 receivers to Vandegrift's left and 1 to the right. Everybody go long. I'll hit you at the car and the water meter. Drop back, Vandegrift. He throws. The catch is made at the 37. We hit him from behind. The tackle is made by Starks. And finally, the clock hits 000. Georgia has escaped Lexington with a 13-12 win here at Commonwealth Stadium. The Dogs make it 15 in a row in the series now over Kentucky. Improved to 3-0 on the season. It was anything but easy, but Georgia has 1 more point than the Wildcats, and they get the victory. Kentucky drops to 0-2 in the conference and 1-2 overall, and they're a little heartbroken. They couldn't get in the end zone, though. They had to kick field goals all night, and that's a credit to Georgia to keep Kentucky out of the end zone. The Dogs got the only touchdown of the night, and it was absolutely huge.
Boy, was it ever. And don't forget the turnover as well that led to points for Georgia. Also, in games like this, both defenses just played masterful masterful games on the defensive side, and it's the little things, the ability to go punch it in and get a touchdown when everybody else is just trading field goals. You win the turnover battle. Just an old-fashioned fight and brawl between two great defenses.
It was indeed a cat and dog fight tonight, and the Dogs come out on top, 13-12. Deep sigh of relief for the Bulldogs, and Kentucky will head into their locker room scratching their head and having to figure out what to do the next time out, as they will try to regroup, and they host Ohio here next week to end a 4-game consecutive start to the season. 4 straight home games for Kentucky will come to an end next week against Ohio. The Dogs are off next week, and they will get ready to go to Alabama the following week. So 2 weeks away, the Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa. Dogs a winner tonight, 13-12. That's the good news from the Bluegrass here in Lexington. We'll continue with our post-game coverage straight ahead from Commonwealth Stadium. We'll hear from the head coach in the locker room with DJ Shockley as well. So stick around. More to come here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Attention Georgia Bulldogs football fans. Napa is here to help you hit the road this season. As a proud partner of University of Georgia football, Napa helps you tackle tough projects. With a network of nearly 6,000 auto parts stores and over 17,000 auto care centers nationwide. So whenever your mean machine is coming down the track, know that the Napa network has your back.
When choosing a natural gas provider, avoid trick plays like hidden fees and poor service. Stick to your game plan with Walton Gas. For over 2 decades, Walton Gas has offered great rates, straightforward plans, and exceptional service. Join the winning team with Walton Gas, where customers always come first. Ready to secure